What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods.
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
This is my divine wife, Fiona.
And this is my king, Ayize. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Ask the Ma'ats. We are the Ma'ats. What do? We answer your questions, we give our advice, we give our opinions, and we always keep it 100%
real.
real. All right, y'all, we want to get a little dialogue going today. We got a question in that we think is an interesting question. I'm just going to put it out here, and we're going to see how we vibe off of this today, Be Intentional Family. This person says, I asked a single woman, why sleep with a married man and you know he is married? Because he told you. And she told me, I'm thinking about me and my needs. Why should I be worried about the wife? He ain't worried. What is going on? What is going on? So I'm going to let you take a stab at this first husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just had to put the Mac down. But now what I think is that, really nowadays there's this disconnection from community. So, everybody is just like standing on their isolated island and saying it's about me. When the reality is that the most important thing in life is relationships. Relationships rule the world. So if you don't understand the importance of being connected to somebody outside of yourself, and you think that the world revolves around you, then that right there is what permits you to engage in frivolous behavior and do what it is that you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing. So you don't care about anybody else's feelings. You don't care about the impact on somebody else's relationship. When the reality is that you should be thinking about somebody else, because if you don't, it'll probably come back to bite you in the ass.
Okay, make it plain. Yeah, and then I guess what I would say, secondly, is that this also, to me, points to lack of values. It used to be, well, I shouldn't say used to be, but I know when I was in college, right, you had people who was just out there doing anything and everything, and guys knew they could hit it and what have you. Then you had the folks who was faking. They pretended that they were a certain way, but they were another way behind closed doors. And none of us are perfect, but we had these different folks, and it used to be that folks would at least attempt to be right, attempt to do right, and at least say the right thing, even if you know behind closed doors you're doing something else. These days, I am so amazed at how people would just outrightly say, like, what this person who's written in is saying, I ain't tripping. He don't care, so why should I care?
And that right there is a problem too. That's a problem too. The fact that he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then somebody might say I'm married, and then expect that nobody will hit on them because they're married. But the reality is that. Man, a bug just flew in my eye. But the reality is that, more so than just saying you're married, the most important thing is that you demonstrate what it looks like to be a married man or woman in a relationship. If your behavior is contrary to the words that are coming out your mouth, people are going to act on the basis of your behavior versus the words that you're saying. So if you're saying you're married and you're acting like a freak, they're going to treat you like a freak. If you say that you're married and you're acting like a gigolo, they're going to treat you like a gigolo. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is that, actions speak louder than words. So not only say that you're married, but act like you're married too.
Yeah, and lastly, what I'll say is this: what we talk about in our classes all the time, and our mentor actually told us this, Nisa Muhammad. She put this out there for me first, and that is this: that as married folks, and even if you're not married, but especially married folks, but if you're in a committed relationship, it's up to us to set the tone for our community. It's up to us to demonstrate what it means to be committed, to be about something, to be going to the next level, right? So it's more going on here than just me and Ayize's relationship. Every time we hit record, we have a responsibility to think about what it is we're saying. Not only because it's about us and how much this feeds us, but because we hope that it might feed you a little bit. We hope that it might impress someone else a little bit to think a little heavily about what they have going on in their life and in their world. Our children one day will look at this. Our children look at us every day. And the same for you. When you're stepping out into the community, folks are looking at you. They're looking at you when you're by yourself and when you're with your mate, in terms of how you represent marriage or how you don't, and ultimately how you represent yourself. So the bottom line is this: we know we got to stop playing. We know we got to start pushing, and we've got to start instilling some values back into our community and truly represent. We hope this has been helpful to you. Of course, stop playing, start pushing.